Insight is valuable, but movement transforms. And think about it. We've even taken to the point where we've tried to make the labels sexy. Right? We've gone from neurodivergent, rather than just saying somebody's autistic, they have ADHD or whatever, right? They're on the spectrum, saying something like that. We've moved to, well, I'm neurospicy. And it's goofy because what we're doing is we're trapping people. People aren't allowed to say, yes, I'm on the spectrum and struggle to pick up on social cues. So you might have to tell me so that I can move forward. Joe, you're shaming them. No, I'm not. I cannot tell you how many people have sat in my room and said, I just wish people would help me pick up on cues. I'll say it one last time. Insight is valuable, but motivation or movement transforms. Insight has value. Movement transforms. And that's the goal. One of the things that is becoming, I think, an unintended consequence of this is people tend to shrink their life down to their worst day. They shrink their life down to their most weak and vulnerable spot. You're not merely your anxiety. You're not merely your depression. You're not merely your trauma or whoever hurt you. You're not merely your addiction. You're not merely your diagnosis. You're a full person. You are a whole person who has things that they have to wrestle with that maybe not everyone else has. But those other people probably have things they wrestle with that you don't. You still have agency. You still have responsibility. You still have value. You still have choices. You still have the capacity to grow and impact others. It won't be perfect. Probably won't be quick. You might not be able to do it without help, but you still, as a full person, have the possibility of growth. And that matters. And what happens is we diminish that when we make our diagnoses our identity. Let's talk about a few quick action steps before we wrap this up today. What do we do with this, right? That's a fair question. I think the first thing is you use your diagnoses as information, not identity. You use it as information, not identity. A diagnosis can help you understand patterns of your life. It should not become the total definition of who you are. Number two, don't use permanent language for every struggle. Be careful with phrases like, that's just how I am. This is who I've always been. I can't help it. And be careful with the people in your life that use those phrases. Correct them out loud. No, this isn't who I always am. These statements give us a false sense of protection. Really, they're usually just prisons. They're just things that trap us, as surely as though you were trapped inside a prison. Number three, focus on movement, not perfection. You're going to notice some parallels between this one and the one that opened the month. Healing, I hate universals, so I won't say it's never linear, but man, it's rarely linear. And growth is almost always messy. But movement matters. If you had sexual abuse as a child, and now you don't want to have regular healthy sex with your spouse, engaging in that's going to be hard. But if you don't, you're trapped by something that someone did to you when you were 12.